So SAG-AFTRA and the WGA, the ongoing argument, generally speaking, is around AI, as well, of course, residuals. But AI is a big point of contention with these strikes going on in Hollywood. So it's very, very, very funny to see Guillermo del Toro, I know I butchered that, come out and slam AI, but in only the way he could, and it's very, very funny. Genuinely very funny. Now, he's also right, like, nothing he says is wrong. And I don't take sides in this WGA SAG-AFTRA situation, because at the end of the day, the writers in Hollywood at the moment, whether it comes from the studio or the writer's side of things, whichever it is, have not been producing anything good. Now, it's kind of a what came first situation, the chicken or the egg. Who knows? Was it the studio that mandated shit films? Was it the writers proposing shit films? I don't know. I don't really care at this point in time. There are good films out there, of course. The Creator being one. Actually, I can't wait for that film this month. That looks bloody amazing. They just released some new trailers. But I'm not taking sides. However, the AI situation is funny, and Del Toro's comments are even funnier. So he said this all at the TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival. So he slams AI, and he just goes mental. It's so good. I really like Del Toro. I've got a lot of time for him. He's a very interesting chap. Someone I often get asked, who would you like to sit down filmmaker wise with currently? And I'm like, no one really interests me, but I think Del Toro would make for a very interesting conversation. Sort of from his inspiration from Lovecraft and just his general intricacies. I think he'd be a very interesting chap. So here we have it, right? The day after making a surprise appearance at the TIFF opening night premiere at Hayao Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron, 3-time Oscar winner Del Toro sat down for a wide-ranging discussion that canvassed art, animation, fantasy and more. Whatever subject Del Toro doted on, it was all wise and axiom wisdom that the audience could pocket and walk away with. Reed, in his take on Miyazaki, Del Toro said, "When you see a movie, you know when it's hurting someone, or it's a conceit." So in the process of explaining how animation is a medium, not a genre, and the marvels of the hand-drawn process of Miyazaki and overall craft of cartooning, even if it is CGI, Del Toro broached the subject of AI. So editor's note, the opening credits of Marvel's Secret Invasion used an AI animated opening credit sequence. It's bloody terrible. It's pretty obvious as well, by the way. I don't know why they added that. We'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, so it says this. People ask me, are you worried about AI? I'm worried about natural stupidity. Meaning it takes a person to program the AI. Makes sense. There's a fairly good argument, to be honest. And there's plenty of stupid people around. Essentially, those who are using AI are doing so per Del Toro. If you want something shitty and quickie... If you want something shitty and quickie... AI is a tool, and it isn't, said the director. I love this analogy. Buy a printer, print the Mona Lisa, and say you made it, said the director, metaphorically, about the faults of AI. Later on, Bailey asked Del Toro, whose works are across TV, film and streaming, how he knows when a project is intended for each medium. TV for Del Toro is a place where the viewer wants to hang out with characters. It's a more intimate thing. You can make a sandwich and come back, said Del Toro. Movies are there. You're going to listen to what I have to say for 2 hours. And listen, god damn it. He also advised creators in the crowd, the audience knows when you're bullshitting. Sometimes I come home from work and want the stupidness to come to me, the director continued. TV tells us we look good in those jeans. Movies are like religion, Del Toro said, and resonate with its viewers as such. Like the frequency of glass. We're made of certain crystals, and movies are notes. Philosophizing about fantasy, Del Toro said, I love the comments about AI, they're so good. So he comments about fantasy and he says, said that fantasy as a genre, it doesn't want to organize your room, it doesn't want to take a shit in it. Oh my god. The subgenre is about things you couldn't address in your normal life. Fuck, this guy's brilliant. Fantasy, when made commercial, can become defanged and pasteurized. Yeah, he's not wrong. Del Toro told the crowd how he's been involved in the film industry for 30 years, but there's only 12 movies he's directed. Still, he's been writing and only invests his time where his passion lies. During that time, he's written 40 movies. The ones I didn't make were really good, exclaimed Del Toro. Success is fucking up on your own terms. You don't like my movie, and I've learned you don't have to like it. On the next, I'll make the fresh mistakes. What an absolute bloody legend. Oh, God, he's so funny. But he's not wrong, you know. The commentary about AI, I really like his analogy there. You know, are you worried about AI? No, I'm more worried about natural stupidity, which is true. You know, AI is only as good as the people inputting things. Like, let's talk about ChatGPT, for instance, right? That as a tool is only will only give you the responses you're looking for. So it's only as good as the inputs you give it, right? ChatGPT for idiots is really crap and garbage. So it produces garbage when you input garbage. But if you input some really quite smart dynamics for it, it can give you some interesting things back. But it is still only as good as the base programming behind it. So his comments on natural stupidity are fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. You know, the person to program the AI. Love it. And just the thing, you know, if you want something shitty and quickie, AI is a tool and it isn't. And that's the thing, right? Like, it is a tool and it does produce something quick, easy, there, straight off the bat. But it doesn't have the heart and soul of... right, I mean, look, I highly doubt AI could generate something of a conversation along the lines of what Del Toro's done here, right? With the sort of mannerism, you know, the nuances around discussion and thought. It is not the same. There's no heart and soul to it. Obviously, because it's computer programming. But yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff. And that analogy of buy a printer and print the Mona Lisa and say you made it. That's so good. So good. Anyway, there you go. Del Toro slams AI. It'll be interesting to see where these sort of strikes go, where they take us. The industry's on its knees at the moment. It's really suffering. But they seem to be laxing a lot of stuff now. There's been a lot of people promoting films. A lot of interim exemptions and stuff. So, be interested to see where it falls. But let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it. I hope you're having a great day. Hot and sweaty in the UK, so enjoy that, I guess. But thank you so much. Give your thoughts down below. Give the video a like and a share. YouTube's nerfing channels at the moment. So I could say all of this, barely anyone's going to watch it. So listen to me rant. YouTube's absolutely wrecking channels at the moment. Like really trash, garbage stuff. So please do keep checking back to the channel. Because there'll be a whole host of things. I've released loads of lore videos. No one's watched them because they've not been notified. Barely any of it comes up in your feed either. So I don't understand what's going on. YouTube, we talk about AIs, right? Algorithmic shit. Anyway, cheers guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.